Giannis gets a 3-year, 186 million dollar extension. Shout out to Giannis, like $186 million extension, 3 years. They're the betting favorites to win the NBA Finals. Him and Lillard and the rest of the crew, they're the betting favorites. And I think rightfully so. Giannis regarded as the top two player at worst. I for my money, he's still the best player in the league. So I see why they're the favorites. Do I have them winning it this year? Let's just get to it. Let's get to the predictions. First, congratulations, Giannis. Like it's good for the Bucks. They keep their franchise player. He's not going anywhere. Him and Lillard are gonna have at least the next 3 years, because I think one of them is a player option. At least the next 3 years together, if no one asks for a trade. Man, that's exciting. That's exciting. Not gonna lie. I love Lillard, and I'm a big fan of Antetokounmpo. So I do think they'll win one. And not gonna lie, with my predictions, let's just get to it. NBA final predictions. I do have the Bucks going up against the Lakers. And unfortunately, as a Laker fan, like even making it to the finals, I can see how some people would be like, you're a homer. But I think the Lakers squad is pretty deep. They have another year working together. I expect big things from Anthony Davis. I think hopefully LeBron can stay healthy this season and they can make it work. But I do have the Bucks cashing in this year. They put a lot of money. They put a lot of money into this duo, especially with this extension. Lillard's not cheap, but I like what that front office is doing. I like how they're, the moves that they made to win that first championship paid out. I think this one is going to pay out too. I think this year is going to pay out. Like, I'm very excited to see how they, like, that pick and roll, Lillard, Giannis. I think Giannis, like, let's just get to the award predictions, because I'm excited. I'm excited to talk about this, because I think Giannis is going to cement himself as one of the all-time greats this season. With this extension out of the way, with Lillard as his running mate, as a closer, I think Giannis is going to have a historical season this year. I think he's going to win Defensive Player of the Year. Now that Holiday's not there, to take some of that shine, just like if you think about the Suns, Beal and KD and Booker, they're all going to be scoring. So they're kind of going to take away votes from each other. Like if they do really good, they might take votes away from each other in the MVP, because they're all going to be scoring like around 20 plus points. I think part of the reason Giannis maybe didn't get as much credit defensively, like he still got a lot of credit, but we all know how good of a defender Holiday was, and the rest of the team. Brook Lopez was great defender last few years, defending the rim. But now that Holiday is gone, I still think they're gonna have a great defensive team, and it's just gonna, like, the shine and the credit is just gonna go more towards Antetokounmpo now that Holiday's gone. So my prediction for this year is that the Bucks will win the NBA Finals. Giannis will win another MVP, and he will get another Defensive Player of the Year. I do believe he has one already, so he's gonna go for that. He's gonna get the MVP. He's gonna get the Defensive Player of the Year. He's gonna go to the finals, and he's gonna win the Finals MVP. That's my prediction, dude. I love the move for Lillard when they did it. I'm loving the extension that they did. Get it done before the season starts. Like, that's great. Like, I'm pumped. I'm pumped for the Bucks. As like I said, I've been a Antetokounmpo fan since like NBA 2K14 or 13, when he was like 68 rated small forward. Like I like the kid. I like his storyline. I like how he carries himself. Like he's not a kid. He's 28 years old now. This is his prime. And I do think he's going to be an all-time great. And, Jokic definitely put a claim as the best player in the world last year. Won the back-to-back MVPs. Won the NBA Finals. Like, amazing player. But I think this year, Giannis, takes the crown back. And he doesn't just take it back. He snatches it back. I think he snatches it back. Wins the Finals against my beloved Lakers, unfortunately. And Lillard has a big postseason too. He has a big postseason, and I think it's gonna be a real fun season. I think the biggest threat to the Bucks in the East is gonna be the Celtics, and I think we're gonna have some dramatic moments because Holiday's there now. His storyline galore is gonna be amazing. We're gonna hear the sound bites of Holiday talking about how he doesn't want to play anywhere else other than in Milwaukee, and how he might even retire if he's not there. Like, we're gonna have some crazy sound bites. We're gonna have some crazy storylines, but I do think ultimately Antetokounmpo, Giannis, he's on this path to greatness. He's on this path to, potential GOAT. So this is gonna be a historic season for Giannis, in my opinion. The Bucks they're pushing all these buttons. They got Lillard, they got the extension done before the season starts. Big stuff out of Milwaukee. So that's my prediction. And then for the rest of the awards, like I said, MVP, I think Giannis Antetokounmpo should win that. Like I said, historic season incoming. Brace yourself. We have a historic season incoming by Giannis. And then for Rookie of the Year, I think that's a given. Like let's not even kid ourselves. It's gonna be Wemby. It's gonna be Wemby by a landslide. Like, have you guys seen the preseason? Like, I already made a video on him. Like, he's coming. He's like, if you guys want to win a chip, hurry up. If you guys want to win a chip, like, I think the Bucks are gonna win this year. Hopefully the Lakers are still contenders next year. Maybe make one more move to be real top end contenders. Even though I do have them going to the finals this year. If you're the Suns, if you're Luka, like, if you're Embiid, who needs a chip, or like who's still trying to get their first chip, like if you're Tatum and Brown and Holiday trying to get another chip, like all these teams, if you're Jimmy Butler and you're like, man, I gotta get a chip, you better hurry up. Because Pop and Wemby are coming. Pop, they're here, man. They're here. Like I said, this fool looks insane. So let's not kid ourselves. Let's not try to be edgy. Let's not try to get a headline. Rookie of the Year is going to be Victor Wembanyama. And then after that, for six men, let's do Most Improved first. For Most Improved, I have Jordan Poole. They're gonna give him the keys in Washington. He already had like some pretty high scoring games in the preseason. I think they're gonna give him the keys to the city. And Jordan Poole has never seen a shot that he didn't like, and he's gonna have some flashy points. He might not be the best percentage. Like, he's probably gonna hover around 42, 43%, maybe like 36, 37 3-pointer, and he's just gonna have a high usage rate. His stats are gonna look good. Maybe not the most efficient, but he's gonna get the highlight plays. He has a crazy handles. He's gonna be over TikTok. He's gonna be over Instagram. He's gonna be on the Reels. He's gonna be on the the Twitter or X videos. Like, he's gonna be on the highlight of the week, all of that good stuff. They're gonna give him the keys to the city. They're gonna give him free reign. His usage is gonna be high. Most Improved Player, for my money, Jordan Poole. Defensive Player of the Year, I already said. Like I said, I think Giannis is going for Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, Finals MVP. It's gonna be a historic year for Giannis. Like I said, brace yourself. Sixth Man of the Year, I think Malcolm Brogdon. I don't think he's gonna be starting for the Blazers, so I have him winning Sixth Man. And for Coach of the Year, I kind of want to go back to back. Not gonna lie, Mike Brown won unanimously last year, and deservedly be so. He brought the Kings 48-34. He brought them to the first playoff appearance since 2006. Like, my roommates from SAC, I have a lot of friends from SAC, and everyone light the beam. It was like a wave. It took over the NBA for a little bit. It was hype. Not gonna lie, it was hype. I was excited for Sacramento fans, and they had a pretty decent series in the NBA in the NBA first round against the Warriors. They ultimately lost. Then my Lakers took care of the Warriors, and then we lost to the Nuggets. So I think the Kings are gonna make some noise this year, and just because of the consistency and the fun offense that they have, I think Mike Brown might just win back to back. Like, he might have he might end up like the 4th or 5th seed and just be in the playoff spot the whole year, and that might be enough for him to go back to back. But if it's not him, if it's not Mike Brown, then if it's not Mike Brown, then I think Eric Spoelstra is another candidate. He's won it before, but I think people are like thinking very highly of him after another impressive playoff run with the Heat, and like everyone has fresh in their head that he was doing this with undrafted players, and like it's a meme now. Like, whenever you see someone like a white guy playing basketball in a random video, like they say, "Oh, Eric Spoelstra or the Heat can turn this guy into a 15+ point scorer in the playoff." It's like a thing now. I think all of that good, press and all those memes from the postseason, and just everyone kind of understands the Heat culture and how important Eric Spoelstra is to that, and how they just keep putting players in, and they could do consistently good. If the Heat are able to finish in like a top 3, top 4 seed in the East, I think it's gonna be Spoelstra has a very good chance of winning another Coach of the Year. So Mike Brown repeat or Spoelstra, gets another one. If I had to pick one, I would say Spoelstra. I think Spoelstra has another great year, and the Heat keep getting disrespected, man. The Heat keep getting disrespected. Like no one really has them in their NBA Finals predictions, me included. But I think Eric Spoelstra has another solid year, and at the end of the year, he'll definitely be there in contention for Coach of the Year. And just to finish it off, my bold prediction is that the Kyrie, or maybe it's not that bold because he hasn't had the most amazing track record, but I think that Kyrie does not end the season with the Mavs. I don't know how that affects the Mavs. It might be bad news. It might mean Luka is thinking of going somewhere else. And I think he ends up with the Lakers, not gonna lie. Although I personally don't really I want him with the Lakers. I kind of like the team we have. I think some way, somehow, he's gonna sour his things with the Mavs, and I don't know what the trade will be, but he probably ends up with LeBron, and LeBron's the only one that can make it work with him. So that's my bold prediction for the NBA season, and we'll just leave it at that.